So this assignment is report 1 that is in the minimum requirements module. Um, Before you get started, I did make a printout that's going to have all of the assignments that we will be finishing between now and the end of the term, and their due dates and where they can be found. So make sure that you refer to that if you're not wondering about due dates and whatever. Okay, so on this assignment, you're going to download this document from Canvas, and you're going to save that as report 1 on your Word folder on your H drive. Make sure it's on your H drive and not on your C drive. Okay, step 3 says create an appropriate MLA report style title block at the top left of the document using the instructions below. So the first thing that we're going to do is here on the References tab. We'll make sure that in the Citations and Bibliography group that the style is set as MLA. Okay, this one's already set there, so I don't need to change anything. Okay, so we're going to put our cursor on the left side of the title, then press our name and press enter. Okay, so then you put in your class name and enter. I'm just going to put in computer tech. And then today's date. Enter. Okay. Then it wants us to type and center the title, Report Format Guidelines. Okay, so I hit enter after that so that this first paragraph would go down on the next line. So I'll select Report Format Guidelines, and I'm going to center it using Control E. Okay, step 5 says we're going to insert page numbers that are positioned at the top of the document and right aligned. Add your last name before the page number with one space in between your name and the number. Okay, so for our page numbers, we're going to go Insert. Over here in the header and footer group, we're going to go page number. We want top of page, and we want right aligned. So that will be plain number 3. So here we have our header with our page number in it, and we're going to put our last name before the page number. Okay. And then I'll close out of my header. I'll go to the end of the document. So I'll hit Control End. And I'm going to add a new page for a bibliography. So we're going to do a page break. So I'll hit Control Enter. We'll start a new page for me. And I'm going to type and center the title Bibliography, and then center that. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to left alignment. And I'll enter the references shown on the example, making sure to let the words wrap and only press enter for new references. So I'll do the first one, and then I will pause as I type in the rest of them. Okay, so for this first one, it is Atkins, comma, Neil P. Okay, and then I'll hit enter and I will start in with my next one for Colson, Diane. Okay, so I will pause this and I will pick it up when I am putting in my last one. Okay, and now I'm just putting in my last entry. All right, so now we've got all of those entered. Now we're going to apply a hanging indent to all of the references by selecting all of them and pressing Control T. Okay, so I'll select all of my references. I'll press Control T, and that gives me a hanging indent. These entries that had 2 lines of entries, it indented the second line. Okay, so a hanging indent is when the first line comes out to the margin and the second line is indented. Okay, we'll proofread and spell check the reference page. So here I've got Dennis Peenan's last name. It doesn't recognize it, but it's spelled correctly, so I'm just to ignore that. And this Hort and Winton, I'm going to ignore Hort, and everything else is correct. So I'm going to save it to my H drive and submit it on Canvas. You don't need to print this one out and turn it in. Just submit it on Canvas. Okay, and the next one we will do is report 2.